I just got my period. Right now. Oh. You're gonna go cry?
Welcome to the very first episode of my new series, Where Are They Now? So those videos are almost 3 years old. They have divorced since then, and Chris now makes content on co-parenting.
Surprise, surprise. Oh my God. I just knew she was about to say they got divorced because I was like, nah, you say all of that, like it's over, right? Wow. Y'all, this, I followed this woman immediately a few weeks ago, but she is doing some funny shit. Like it's genius. She is basically doing like an online survey of relationships as to keep her single. So she's examining like content being created by women or men, I guess, but most of the time it's by women, where the man in the relationship in the the content is so egregious. It's like, these are reasons why I will never get married, I will never commit to a man, blah 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 blah. And I mean, at a certain point, man, we just gotta, like, I just be about accountability. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? The facts are the facts are the facts. The facts are the facts are the facts. Men are strange. Men do strange shit. It is what it is. Can we move on? Can we be better? That's what I be about, right? But I don't be arguing with the women, man, because the proof be right in front of our fucking face. We be doing this shit to ourselves.
I just got my period. Right now. Oh. You're gonna go cry?
Welcome to the very first episode of my new series, Where Are They Now? If this is your first time seeing my content, I'm the creator of the list of reasons I will be staying single for the rest of my life.
Go look this one. Go find her list, man. I know it's extensive and I know it's deep, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her because there's no way you could watch this and not walk away from this like, yeah, we cooked, bros. We cooked, dog. They got us.
For the rest of my life. Over the past 5 years, I have stitched hundreds of girlfriends, wives, and married single mothers, and today we're going to be checking in on some of them to see what they've been up to since I've added their husbands to the list of reasons I refuse to either date, marry, or reproduce with a male. Up first, we have this grown adult male who got upset when his wife got her period during their vacation.
I just got my period. Right now.
She recorded him. She knew how he would react, is what, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you care? Why do you care? Y'all can do other stuff and we still gonna have a good time. Like, how you mad on vacation? What you say? How you walking around mad on vacation?
This is Anna. Her husband is number 466 on the list of reasons to stay single. She is also a much stronger and more understanding woman than I am. Because personally, that reaction would have been a red flag to me. Because if he can treat you like that on your period, how is he going to treat you when you're pregnant? How is he going to treat you when you're sick? But as you can clearly see, they're still very much together. They have 2 children and they make family content now. I mean, they seem pretty happy, so I guess I love that for her. And hopefully that video isn't a reflection of how he treated her during her 2 pregnancies. Up next, we have the puzzle.
There is a chance that it was staged because a lot of those content creators, like those, she got 9.7 million. There's a chance that it was staged, but still, my thing is, I don't give a fuck because that's not even funny to play around with, if you ask me.
During her 2 pregnancies. Up next, we have the puzzle punching husband.
See, it works. It works. Told you. It's a little puppy dog. That's cool. Yeah. Oops.
This is Chris. And that Neanderthal that just punched her puzzle less than 10 inches away from her face is reason number 559 on the list of reasons to stay single. Her original video got over 10 million views, but wait, it gets worse. Jump scare warning.
I wanted more pizza. Open it. What do you think? I'm serious.
So those videos are almost 3 years old. They have divorced since then, and Chris now makes content on co-parenting.
Surprise, surprise. That's why I be like, sometimes you be like, nah, the videos ain't real. Nah, they be real. They be real. The men be weird as fuck.
So I would call it a semi-happy ending. Finally, we have this woman's baby daddy. I would use the term husband, but he sure isn't acting like one here. This is Capri, and her husband is number 562 on the list of reasons to stay single. Capri is also a stronger woman than I am, because if I were her, I would have chosen violence. Clearly, she is also a more forgiving woman than I am, because as you can see, she is still married to that guy. Well, ladies, you can save everyone. Well, that concludes the first episode of my Where Are They Now series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let this also be your reminder that the internet is, in fact, forever. Because even if you forgive that man and forget what he did, TikTok never forgets. Alright, bye. Love you guys, ladies.
Also, the internet is real. The internet is real. Like in most cases, I know people be like, "Oh, it's fake," and you don't know these people's lives, but nah, it be real. Cause, like I said, it like I wouldn't even play like that. I wouldn't even play like I was mad about my wife having her period. Like I wouldn't even, because I don't think that that's funny. You see what I'm saying? Like I would be like, what? Like even if my wife told me like, "Oh, let's do it as a joke," I'd be like, "What's the joke? What's funny?" Like, why am I like, what is funny about that? You just got your period. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that the men, I don't care whose idea it was, but that they didn't have the wherewithal to be like, that's not funny. I'm not doing that. Says a lot too. But most of the time, it be the men be coming up with that goofy ass shit, and it reflects how they really feel, how they treat the woman in real life. And it just be a matter of time before the woman figures it out.
Halfway home, I get a text, "We need canned pumpkin." I tell her I'm gone. She asks, "Can you go back?" No.
The kitchen is so much worse than I could have imagined. I don't even want to look in the sink.
Welcome back to my Where Are They Now series, where I check in on all of the girlfriends, wives, and married single mothers I've stitched over the past 5 years to see what they've been up to since adding their boyfriends and husbands to my list of reasons why I refuse to either date, marry, or reproduce with a male. I wasn't planning to make episode 2 so soon after episode 1, but you guys enjoyed episode 1 way more than I anticipated, so I have to give the people what they want. So let's jump right in. You might want to put the video in 2x speed for this first one.
My wife sent me to the store to buy the ingredients for pumpkin bars. And pumpkin, not on the list. You already have it. Let's call the wife to find out. 10 minutes later, I'm ready to go. Still don't have a response. Call her again. Straight to voicemail, can't talk. Halfway home, I get a text, "We need canned pumpkin." I tell her I'm gone. She asks, "Can you go back?" No. Now my wife is mad at me because she has to go to the store herself.
So that was Reason to Stay Single number 564. Self-proclaimed comedian, author, and idiot, currently stuck in 400 view jail. So instead of just buying the canned pumpkin in case his wife needed it, he decided to be petty and not buy it just to further inconvenience her. That's how I would have taken it, at least, if I was married to someone who would do that. Anyways, they're still married, so I can only assume she is right where she wants to be. Which is apparently going through all of his dirty, worn-out underwear to see which ones need to be thrown out. Because that's her job, for some reason. Anyways, let's move on. What happens when I just ask for help? A birthday party for my son with no cake because it's melted. I specifically said no ice cream cake. This is Rebby Hardy, and her husband is reason number 566 to stay single. Unfortunately, she also deleted that video very shortly after it went viral. I didn't know this at the time I made my first video about her, but apparently both she and her husband are pretty famous. She was a pro wrestler, but today you may know her for her Gothic Baby series. On Mother's Day, she made this video with the caption, "If the mom in your life wants to be completely alone for Mother's Day, then you have failed as a competent partner. That woman is exhausted. Man up." And back in April, she posted this video where she says, "I used to be a 10 out of 10 wife. 9 out of 10 when I asked you to stop posting your ex. 8 out of 10 when I wanted you to quit drinking. 7 out of 10 when I asked you to be a better example for our kids. 6 out of 10 when I called out feeling disrespected. 5 out of 10 when I started believing the pattern, not the lies. 4 out of 10 when I dared to ask for the bare minimum. 3 out of 10 when I wanted you to unfollow those girls. 2 out of 10 when I told you what hurts me. 1 out of 10 when I saw you for what you really are. Now I've wasted away to the nothing you always thought I was." The kind of marriage that would put you in that kind of headspace is something I would only wish upon my worst enemy. Anyways, they're still married.
Oh my God. I just knew she was about to say they got divorced because I was like, nah, you say all of that, like it's over, right? Wow. God damn, dude. It's interesting because I don't like she clearly meant that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not, she didn't just make that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how they're still together or why they are still together. And all the times for me, I'm not one of those people where especially women, like I don't question women as to like why they're still with the man. Because I know how abusive men are, I know how controlling men are, and I know how manipulative men are, and also I know how the system works against women. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, she's a dummy for staying. Like, I would never say that about a woman in the vast majority of cases, unless I have intimate knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have like intimate knowledge and I know, like, man, she could leave and she just, maybe I'll judge her differently. But like, generally speaking, if I don't know, I don't judge women. But it's still like really amazing that she's with this dude after acknowledging all of that.
So let's move on.
My son and I got COVID while my husband somehow managed to avoid it. So we isolated on the top floor. The kitchen is so much worse than I could have imagined. The entire kitchen smells like vinegar. That means there's rotting food hidden somewhere. I don't want to know what these sticky substances are because the second that I do, I just want to quit. The entire bottom of the sink is filled with old food. This is a smoothie that I made before I got COVID, and I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of the smell.
This is Hannah, and that mess that you just saw her cleaning up was made entirely by her husband, reason to stay single, number 569.
Look, it says just watch the video. It's new. It's the newest video. They're still married, of course. I already know.
She makes content on what it's like to be a neurodivergent mother. She talks about books, mental health, and of course cleaning. Now, she doesn't include her husband or her son in any of her content, so I had to dive a little deeper than the others to see what she's been up to. But I'm sure that you guys will be glad to hear that she is currently still with her husband, trying for baby number 2. So that
The pause is crazy.
concludes episode 2 of Where Are They Now? If you feel like your time has been wasted due to the lack of success stories, I don't blame you. Unfortunately, you cannot, in fact, save everyone. Alright, that's all I have for today.
5 for 1 so far. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to get divorced. That's why marriage is so important to men, because it's harder for women to leave men in marriages. Again, that's why I don't really be judging women. I know it's tough. Anytime I see a man not excited about having a baby, I think it's like especially if the woman is excited, I'd say. I won't say anytime. If neither one of you guys wanted to have a child, and then, she gets pregnant, you know what I'm saying, and she's disappointed, it's okay. Like, if both of you are disappointed, I'm okay with that. But like, if she's like stoked and you're not, that's weird. I'm not even saying fake it necessarily. I'm just tripping. Like, why wouldn't you be happy that you guys were having another child? Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
Looks great.
I really felt that.
This is how I found my MJ pen, because my husband did not mind his business.
Welcome back to my Where Are They Now series, where I check in on all of the girlfriends, wives, and married single mothers I've stitched over the 5 years I've been writing the list of reasons I will be staying single for the rest of my life. If you've never seen my content before, I'm the creator of the list of reasons I refuse to either date, marry, or reproduce with a male. You guys really liked the first 2 episodes, so before we jump in, I would like to apologize for making you wait so long for episode 3. It's starting to get really hot and humid where I live, so my nausea and my headaches have been absolutely diabolical lately. In just the past week, I've gone through 2 bottles of Emmetrol. But I'm feeling a lot better today, so let's jump right in. So I'm not going to include the entire video, and I'm not going to
Say it says he didn't want to touch the piece. He didn't want to touch the stick because it had pee on it. But like, who cares?
force you guys to watch it as well, because it is a very hard watch. But this is Amber, and that robot right next to her that could not care less about her being pregnant was reason to stay single, number 577. So as you can expect, that original video was deleted very quickly after it went viral, and of course received a lot of backlash. Luckily, somebody else posted it, so I will be tagging it in the caption. But as you can clearly tell, Amber did not see that reaction as a red flag at all. She is now a stay-at-home mom and makes motherhood content, and from the looks of it, she seems happy, at least. Because I would like for this video to stay up, I will not be saying what I would have done if I was married to somebody who reacted like that to me being pregnant. Anyways, she and her husband are still married. So let's move on.
This is how I found my MJ pen. Eli Lilly will not be replacing this pen, because my husband did not mind his business. He went ahead and he touched it, unlocked it, and uncapped it, put the cap back on, and put it right back where I had it. I slowly tried to take the cap off, and it sprayed everywhere. Finally got the truth out of him, and he's like, I don't know, I just wanted to see what it did. So it is safe to say $250 down the drain.
This is Annie, and her husband is reason to stay single number 579. She makes content on beauty, wellness, she talks about weight loss, GLPs, and makes a lot of TikTok shop ads. Now, usually I like to be the one to deliver the news on whether or not Annie is still with her husband, but I'll let Annie tell you guys herself.
For my third child that I inherited, decided to mess with my MJ pen. And I really think curiosity and maybe a little bit of impulsivity got to him. And once he touched it, I don't think he realized that you can't put it back together. At some point or another, your spouse has probably told you a lie. And some people were even saying, oh, like it's medication. They know not to touch medication. Not everybody is you.
Right. I'm I have medication in my house for my children and my wife. I would never play with it. I might look at it like, oh, what's this? Okay, cool. But it like, the fuck? What kind of excuses are we making? Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Come on. We can't be doing that. Men get coddled. This is what I be talking about, how coddled men get. Like, this is crazy. What? Come on. That didn't make no fucking sense. That man didn't need to touch your shit. Let's be for real. We can call a spade a spade. You can say, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's a dumbass. I knew I married a dumbass. You know, whatever, right? Like, I'm okay with that. More than like, not everybody knows you shouldn't uncap a fucking medication and play with it. Like, how old are we? Be for real. And then she called him a child. Connect the dot.
Not everybody lives your perfect you delusional life. My husband and I are not getting a divorce. We are perfectly happy.
Well, you guys heard Annie. She is right where she wants to be, so let's move on.
Okay, so I got my hair done today, and my husband has not seen my hair yet, so let's see his reaction.
It's pretty.
I really felt that.
So this is Taylor, and her husband is reason to stay single number 586. Today she makes content on beauty, wellness, and motherhood, and this video is already getting pretty long, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. As expected, very happy where she is. And no, that is not the same baby from the original video. That is a recent baby, fresh out the womb. So I'd like to apologize for the lack of success stories. Again, I'm sure you guys are very disappointed. If you're wondering.
Nah, it was one. It was one that got divorced. You missed it. Did you find out that they not divorced? Because it was one that got divorced for sure. I think it's 8-1. You're 8-1 right now. I was thinking, I was like, all right, so this is 3 that stayed together. It was 5-1 last time. Yeah, just FYI.
Why the ratio is now 9-0. It is because one of you informed me that Puzzle Girl is in fact not divorced, and the co-parenting that she's referring to in her content is the co-parenting she is doing with her husband's ex-wife. She is not co-parenting.
Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Come on.
Parenting her kids with the Neanderthal that punched her puzzle. But once again, you can't save everyone. You especially can't save people who are happy where they are. But that concludes episode 3. Love you guys. I'll see you in episode 4.
Wow, man. Look, man. This is what I want y'all to do for the men. Men love. Oh, it goes both ways. Where is the data, man? Where are the examples, man? I want to see them. I want to see y'all catching y'all wives being utterly and completely diabolical on camera. I do. I want to see them. I want to see you telling your wife you got a promotion and she's like, I want to see you do something dope, like, complete a task or something, and you tell your wife and she's like, and then ruins it. Like, I want to see that. I do. I don't want to see it like, I hope it's happening to you. But if it is happening to you, can you guys share it with us? Because there's so many videos, overwhelming amounts of videos of women showing how weird and diabolical and hateful and spiteful their husbands are. And men love to talk about it goes both ways and blah, 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 blah. I just be wanting to see if it actually does go both ways. Truly. If not, I just shut the fuck up. I see exactly why women don't want to deal with us. Completely.